that builds from the ground up and focuses on intervention at key points in a Black woman's pregnancy and addresses the social determinants which impact Black women and the Black community as a whole. And so we're really, really honored that Heather Alexander has agreed to head up this program. She's doing an amazing job. In a short time, we've enrolled about 150 women into this program. And within the next month or so, we should have over 300 women. And we're going to create a model that can be replicated throughout South LA and throughout the country, because we have to, as a community, all of us have to come together and fight racism as a public health issue and make sure that our Black women and babies are safe and are healthy. And that's what we're going to do here at St. John's. So I want to give a special shout out to the LA Care Gains 1 and 2. That is the grant that allowed us to start this program. And it really demonstrates a commitment to tackling this issue at hand. So thank you so much for being here today. I see that Supervisor Holly Mitchell has just arrived. But I'm going to turn it back to Darren to move the program forward. Thank you so much.
For Jim Mondra again. All right, so I'm going to move through this program very quickly because I know that we all got things to do, and we want to get back to the festivities, it's the kid activities, and different resources at the fair in the back. But this work doesn't come out of nowhere. It takes resources and dollars. And so I want to invite to the podium right now Shavonda Weber Christian, who is the Community Benefits Department Director from LA Care. Shavonda, I was going to read your bio, but you can? She's fine. Shavonda, and I wanted to say LA Care has been a great partner on multiple areas within St. John's, so this is just one of the many. So thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much for the invitation, and we are excited to be here celebrating with St. John's as they grow their commitment to Black wellness and particularly to maternal and infant health. It is something that we have watched over years, and now it's time to do something about it. So, as you heard, my name is Shavonda Weber Christmas, and I am with LA Care. I'm the Community Benefits Director for the organization. Thank you, Jim, just for being willing to venture into this space, because we need support from everybody. And that's one of the things that we try to do and elevate through the work that I do. So I am that Director of Community Benefits, basically our department oversees all of the funding that comes out to the community to support infrastructure, to support development of programs that specifically are targeting communities of color and working towards the ending of disparities and improvement of equity in our community. At this point in time, it's amazing to be able to support any communities here in Los Angeles County, but when we have an opportunity to support the community that I come from, the community that I know best, it is also just such an honor and a privilege to do work on your behalf, because you're not alone. Because I stand here as a mother myself who had to experience the same type of what, who, how, when. This can't be happening, right? The story, the narratives speak. They just continue from one generation to another. And some of these atrocities started before we even came to the Americas. We know that. And they will continue until we have a strong front, united front, comprehensive front to address them. So, that said, what we have done at LA Care, we have developed a program called GAINS. It's generating African American infant and nurturer survival, we're speaking to the collective impact. You might be in here and you'd be like, what does this have to do with me? I'm a business owner. Well, we need business models in order to get birth workers able to sustain the work that they do. We have midwives, we have doulas, we have all types of folks who are out there, many of whom are Black mothers themselves, maybe even expecting in their own right, and contributing to our community through their work. But we want to support them. We also want to support our fathers. We want to support the institutions that interact with all of these individuals, because until we change the systems that we work within, we cannot reduce the stress level of the individuals who are impacted by that level of stress. So income. Anybody want to give their financial status? Well, not really. We don't really talk about that. But we need to talk about that because that's a source of stress that is causing us generations of trouble, right? So that's where we come from with our funding. We want to fund broadly. We want folks who are doing all types of interventions that will improve the health status, the stress release of our of the members and people that each of the organizations we fund are working with. So congratulations on your commitment to Black wellness and health, to St. John's. We appreciate being a partner, and we're a partner here, we're a partner wherever we can be a partner to make sure that the people that you are serving are well served. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Ms. Weber, Christmas, my apologies. There's a quote that says that you can't serve the people if you don't love the people. And I just met this next speaker, it was about a month ago. We were talking about the program, we were talking about this event, and I can tell you that she really loved her, and I say this with affection, mommies. She goes toe to toe for the mothers in her programs because this is an issue that she is seriously, committed to. Having just a brand new newborn grandchild, this a few weeks ago. So this is something that's very close to her heart, that affects her community. And so I want to invite to the stage the director of the program that shows St. John's commitment to tackle maternal and infant mortality issues within our community. No other than Miss Heather Alexander. Y'all know her too.
Thank you, Darren, for the warm welcome. Where'd Jim go? I just wanted to thank Jim, too, for the opportunity and trusting me with this program. It means a lot. And thank you to LA Care for the opportunity to create such a much-needed program. I just wanted to get up here and explain what the program is for our new mommies. First, let me get a shout out from all my mommies, my single mommies that's up there. I love you guys. But for our new mommies, I just wanted to give you a little bit of what we do in the program. First, I come to you as a Black mother that has a Black daughter that just gave birth to my Black grandchild. And it was a lot. Even teaching this program, I do not want to get emotional, teaching this program because it scared me. It made me anxious. And I always checked on my daughter, but good thing, number one, she had me. So I want to say to all of you, if you don't have that, now you have it here at the Siebel program. Because now you can come to me, you can come to my awesome team, and you're going to get the resources needed, you're going to get the education needed for you to be able to have a healthy birth and make sure you stay healthy and your baby stays healthy. So in this program, we treat it as a support group. I don't like calling it a class, but we treat it as a support group because we all come together. We have 8 prenatal groups, and we have 8 postnatal groups. You finish your prenatal, you get a car seat. You finish your postnatal, you get a playpen. But when you come to each class, you walk away with diapers, anything that may have been donated from our community partners, you walk away with. You have free lunch. We now do transportation. Guess what? We encourage you to bring your partner, because that's more important, because sometimes you can't speak up. You need that person to speak up for you. We have access to doula care, since I'm on that subject, right? You need that. My daughter had that doula. I walked in at first like, I'm her mama, I can do this. And then I sat down, because it was so much more than that. I had to ask her questions like, are those numbers okay? What's going on here? And she was able to speak up. My daughter prepared a whole birthing plan, and it was taken care of because that doula was there. So make sure you get access to that through us, right? On top of that, we touch on the topics of the statistics around this crisis. We touch on the different racism, so you're able to recognize each racism. So you can say, oh, I know what this is, but guess what? Now you have us to come to, so then we can speak and advocate for you. So that's pretty much the importance of a support system, nutrition, nurturing, parenting, you name it, we do it there. And at the end of the class, we also save 30 minutes for a little group therapy where we talk about our mental health, which is most important, being a woman who has also suffered from depression. I want to be able to reach out to those who suffer from depression and anxiety, because I know how hard it can be. And so we do that at the end of the class. I help you learn what it is, how to manage it, how to combat those stressors, how to combat those triggers that come. And then we do things like different stress relieving exercises, mindfulness therapy. So I can't stress enough to you guys, come out. Please come out. It's a free program. You have free diapers, you have a free lunch, you have transportation, you can bring the kids, you can bring your partner. We just want you to come out because we need to make a difference here. We need to decrease those numbers. It's too much. And we deserve to live like everybody else does. So I'm asking you to tell your friends, tell your family. And I want to just put out there too, with St. John's, you just don't get that there. You come here, you got primary care, you have OB, you have pediatrics, you have dental, you have vision, you have programs with DV, housing, you name it. And crime, we have it all here for you. All you have to do is have Medi-Cal. And then for different programs with St. John's, it's different insurances too. But for our program, it's Medi-Cal, identify as Black or African American descent. And guess what? We won't turn away anybody though, because everybody at the end of the day should learn this. Somebody can speak up for us. So with that being said, I just want to hurry up and introduce you to my amazing team. Rachel found her way out of here, but she's our case manager. I can't put a face to her name, but she's here somewhere, and she's so amazing. That's your case manager you'll be assigned to. She helps you even after the program. There's no closed door. We start with life planning after that. And then we have our awesome outreach coordinator, Lydia. Can you stand up, Lydia Callens? You're going to see her face everywhere. She's the one that's boosting these numbers and getting you in here. And then also, let's touch on the mental health aspect. We have a director named Dr. Deborah Bradley. I don't know, she's back there somewhere, but she's in the back right there. And we have an awesome IDH team for your mental health one-on-one therapy. So come out. Don't be afraid. You can talk to us. You have us to talk to. If you don't have that support, you do now. I'm just letting you know. So thank you for having me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for trusting me with you and my babies, because I call them my babies, not your babies. And I'll see you in class next Friday.
Isn't she amazing? I'm about to say, she loves the mommies. She loves the mommies.
I cannot forget, I cannot do any of this program without our CPSP team. Laura Sasueda and Anna Mardigan, who's behind me. And then I want to also mention our community partners back there. We have Win LA. Make sure you visit the tables. We have Cinnamons back there. We have Black Infant Health back there. And then we have our programs from domestic violence and our crime program. So go back to the tables and visit them. You won't be disappointed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Heather. And for folks who are here, please stay stick around. Shortly after the program, we do have giveaways. So she's a director. She directed me. 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna do it for the mommies. So we just want to invite some folks to the stage just to talk about their experience within the program. You know, I believe that, you know, all policy and programs are best informed for the folks who are affected by those issues and programs. And so we're going to invite some participants of the programs to talk about their experience within the class firsthand.
Hi everybody. My name is Paris. So I had joined the program when I was 36 weeks pregnant. And if you know, like that's really a bad time to switch doctors. But I was having like a whole thing going on with Medi-Cal, so I switched doctors. And I joined St. John's when I was 36 weeks pregnant. So when I first walked into the clinic, I was already frustrated. I was having a bad day. And when I seen that nobody in the clinic looked like me, I just broke down crying. So I did my intake and everything with the nurse, and then she's like, oh, I'm gonna introduce you to Miss Heather. So in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, this must be like a psychiatrist or something because I'm crying. And she's like, no. She's like, don't worry. So she brings me Miss Heather, and then like, Miss Heather's like, why are you crying? And I'm just explaining to her like, I'm 36 weeks pregnant, like Medi-Cal has been giving me the runarounds, and like now like I'm at a new doctor office, and she basically explained like, don't worry about that, and like that we understand that this is an issue going on in our community, and I'm here. And she told me about the program. She advocated for me. I started participating in the program, which was extremely helpful for me. It's free diapers every week. I was blessed to have a car seat and just like lots of prenatal resources and postpartum resources. She teaches us a lot about like balancing our mental health and stuff. So I'm extremely grateful for this program. I'm extremely grateful for Miss Heather and the girls and everything they do for us.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Kaya. This is Sonora. I've been in this program since it actually first started, and I actually like the program. I love Miss Heather and Lydia and Rachel. And in the middle of my pregnancy, I had a lot of nose bleeding. I was throwing up blood and stuff like that. And I was talking to Miss Heather, and she was like, you know, Kaya, you should just go to the hospital. And I'm trying to tell my doctors, like, I'm throwing up blood and I am nose bleeding. They just like, oh, that's normal. Like, it's a normal pregnancy. And I'm just like, that don't sound right. So Miss Heather, she's like, Kaya, you should go to emergency room. And I had to get an emergency C-section. So I'm very grateful that I had Heather on my side when it was nobody there to actually be there for me. So I'm very grateful and blessed that I'm in this program.
Thank you so much. I see Rachel over there. You got something for me? No? Great. A few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to attend a St. John's event, the Movable Feast, where we were raising money for our street medicine team. And this is an effort to lock arms with our mayor, when she called to action folks to address one of the biggest issues within our city, which is homelessness. And so St. John doesn't build housing, but we do provide health care, because we do know that, you know, this it has a tremendous impact on the unhoused. If you lose a loved one, you can lose half of your income. Medical bills are out of control. And if children are not, you know, given us proper resources, that it can affect what they do in school, which can affect them in the long term. And so at that event, you know, folks were talking about our CEO. They had different qualifiers to talk about him. You know, our mayor said that he should qualify for sainthood. But our supervisor, who you will hear from in a second after our CEO speaks again, called him a gangster. And so I think I would call him a visionary and a leader because of programs just like this. Because I believe that when it's all said and done, history's going to judge us about how we treat our most vulnerable people. That's how we're going to be judged. And so being here at St. John's, whether we're talking about the unhoused, you know, COVID vaccinations, which is an ongoing fight, our trans community, folks who are re-entering, or our mothers. You know, Jim is always there at the forefront, ensuring that St. John is doing what we need to do. You know, having those hard conversations, calling things out for what they are. This is racist. This is a public health issue. And so I want to invite back to the podium our CEO, Jim Manja, who will introduce our supervisor.
Thank you. So we're incredibly lucky at St. John's and actually in the communities of South Los Angeles to have Supervisor Holly Mitchell as our supervisor. Holly goes back many, many years working in this community, from the Black Women's Health Project to Crystal Stairs, to being a state assemblywoman and a state senator, the first Black woman to head the budget committee for the state senate, and now a county supervisor. And the thing that is so beautiful about Holly is that she's always focused on the community. It's not about politics, it's about policy. And we were so lucky that she won her election. Started out close, but then didn't wind up very close at all, actually. But South LA is a different place as a result. And the kinds of policies that Holly Mitchell is heralding go to the heart of what we're talking about today. The fact that we have to address racism as a public health issue. And so it gives me great honor to introduce you to the 2nd District Supervisor, our supervisor, Supervisor Holly Mitchell.
Hello. What beautiful babies are you? That just makes me feel good when I see beautiful babies. Thank you, Gangster. I appreciate you. And you know, every time I say it in every kind of form. I've said it to the governor, because I say it with great affection. You know, visionary leader, that is so boring. Come on. And the reason I say gangster is because he leans in a way that sometimes we're not even aware of. He is there representing for this community. And he takes risks. He is out in front, many times other healthcare people, and he puts it out there, and he stands by his word. And so those are gangster moves that I deeply respect, and I appreciate you. I will follow you anywhere, because you are my gangster. Say it that way. Heather, I am so glad I got here in time to hear you talk about the program. And you know, as she talked about, it's like calling it a program isn't really accurate. It sounds to me like going to grandma's house. Right? Because you're at grandma's house with people who love and care about you and putting you first. You're getting fed. Grandma supplies what you need, some diapers, a little car seat, and grandma's going to tell you the truth, right? Grandma's going to tell you what you want to hear, whether you're in the mindset to hear it or not. Grandma's going to provide you with that information. So I am so glad that St. John's was visionary enough to create a program that we need deeply. We need it. We need it because, as Shavonda said, that there are systems that are working against us. So as an agent of government, my job is to fix those systems, to call them out and to fix them. So why are Black women disproportionately having challenges that our white and Latina and every other ethnic group counterparts aren't having? It's all of the things that impact our lives. Somebody said low income. So as an agent of government, I'm bringing forward the Guaranteed Income Program to address that issue. We talked about our housing instability. The fact that some of our communities are not only healthcare deserts, but are food deserts. So the partnership between government and healthcare delivery and LA Care is to call out and address all those systems. It was my job when I was in the state legislature to say, excuse me, we're going to have implicit and explicit bias training for everybody who's involved in delivery. Because when I come as a black woman and say something didn't feel right, you don't get to ignore me because you have bias because of the color of my skin, because you think I have a higher threshold for pain. What is that? What is that? So that's the role government can play in making sure we call out these issues for what they are and address them. This governor made doula services a Medi-Cal benefit. So those of us who are on Medi-Cal who may not be able to afford doula services that other private insurance or private pay people now can. So doula services and midwifery, all these things that quite frankly have long, rich history in our culture. Holly, I am named for my great-grandmother who was a midwife in Mississippi. Her name was Holly. That's who I'm named for. That's a rich history in the African American community. And so it's about bringing those cultural norms back to support us in a meaningful way. So the systems that impact our ability to do what should come most natural, which is to deliver a baby and survive it, breaking those systems down is what we are partnering with St. John's and this program. I'm gonna call it Grandma's Table. I know it has a real name, but I'm gonna call it Grandma's Table. And working within government to make sure that we aren't invisible. Not only are we not invisible, that we check people for the bias they bring to the table when we walk in the room. Which I experience, like perhaps some of you, every single day of my almost 60 life. Remember, the board of supervisors or not, I am still a black woman tattooed with dreadlocks. In the eyes of far too many, that's a problem. But I'm going to use my bully pulpit and the power you all give me to tell the truth. And that's what I do every day, which is why I'm proud to be here to launch Grandma's Kitchen Table. And to just say how proud I am of you. Because just the kind of services you are offering are the kinds of services we need. At the county, we've created a doula hub because we want to support doulas who are coming in to try to navigate Medi-Cal. Because you think Medi-Cal was hard for you to navigate as an enrollee. It's hard to navigate as a provider. It's a government system. So we're creating a doula hub to really try to help be kind of an intermediary to help doulas transition and become Medi-Cal beneficiaries. We're following the work that we started at the state system to make sure that every hospital is held accountable for training the people who deliver babies there around implicit bias. Because we have work to do, and I'll leave you with this story. I have a personal friend who's a doula in Sacramento, and when I can't sleep at 2 in the morning because I'm thinking of gangster moves because I'm trying to be like Mangia, and I wake up, then I can't go back to sleep. Then what do? I pick up the phone, which you shouldn't do, and I'm flipping through Facebook. And she tells a story. She talks about a successful birth, and she shows the baby's face and the mother. And she talks about the doctor who was in the process of sewing the mother up. She had to have an episiotomy. And he says, "Oh, what are you going to name the baby?" And she tells him the name. And he says, "Oh, that's good. That's an easy name to pronounce for when she has to get a job." Who says that about a baby that's minutes old? Who says that? So, I won't tell you what I put back in the comments on Facebook at 2 in the morning, because it was not very supervisorial language, Jim. But it brought up for me why this work is so important, and why I hope when you go through the program, like we heard from the 2 participants who had great agency, I hope that what you get out of the program is that you find your voice. and you get the confidence, if you don't already have it, to stop people in their tracks when they are out of pocket. That's why you have a birthing plan, because it is your plan on how you intend to bring a baby into the world. And that's got to translate into every space we move in. If we check people in real time when they are out of pocket. Oh, that's a beautiful name and it's easy to pronounce. That will be important for when she has to go get a job. So remember that story. Trust me, I am, as I'm thinking through the systems of systemic racism and classism and sexism that I am trying to chop down every day of my life to create a better opportunity for the baby in Peach drinking her bottle right now. That's what Harmony. Of course that's her name. Harmony. And it's a beautiful name. And it will be easy to pronounce when Harmony is on the ballot running for president of the United States.
Let's give it up for our supervisor, who really represents us well. That concludes our speaking program. I do want to, thank, our partners, in this venture, our county supervisor, LA Care. There's no way we could do this work without you. And so I would, at this point, if you are a member of the media, you can just meet me over here. If you are a participant within the class, we ask that you go to our clinic lobby. I'm over here where Heather is going to lead us. You want to give these instructions, Heather? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys where to go, but first, I forgot one of our community partners, which is very, very important. Her name is Quan Wilson. She's with Autism Doesn't Define Me. So she offers so many resources. So if you have anybody in the family, whether child or adult, please see her because she has it. She's connected with the resource center. She can get you in there and get you all the help that you need for your child or anyone in your family. So Quan Wilson with Autism Doesn't Define Me. All our CWA mommies and our new mommies just meet in the clinic right over here. We're going to have our class today. We have diapers. We have a bunch of diapers that we're going to be giving out too. So if any mommies, you don't have to be a CWA mommy to get these diapers. We're going to give you diapers, and then there's also things to stay until the end because number one, we have to do the raffle, and then we also have giveaways for you. So just make sure you stay to the end. But right now, if all mommies can just report over to the building, the yellow building right here for class. Thank you.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Let's start a class. Y'all always leaving y'all shit places. Thinking that it's going to be there for y'all come back.
Start a class like in there?
Yeah. I'm tired. I didn't know he was going to do all this. I thought this was going to be it. You going to class and stuff now? It's crazy. Alright guys, stay tuned for more of the video. We about to go to class now, so I'm gonna see what it consists of. So stay tuned, y'all.